Hello everybody and welcome back to Full Throttle Drive. Thank you so much for joining me on today's video. So today's video has been a very long time in the making, and it's a project that a lot of you, if you follow our channel, are aware of, but we finally completed it and we are so excited to show you guys the final product. And this is a project that, again, just took us way longer than expected, but it blew out our expectations. At the end, it was absolutely worth all of the grueling, cold hours working on it. So wait no more, here it is. So as you can see, we vinyl wrapped my Audi R8 and it looks phenomenal. We are so happy with how it turned out. It is such a cool color. Now, this is 3M 1080 vinyl wrap, and this is actually called Satin Flip Psychedelic. That's the color we ended up choosing, and it has this rainbow effect, as you can see, anytime it hits sunlight. But being satin, it's not too in your face. It's a really neat color, and when it's kind of cloudy out, it really sits under the radar. It looks kind of like a cobalt gray, kind of maybe a graphite gray as well color. It doesn't have as much rainbow, but as soon as you get a beautiful sunny day like this car really pops. Now, this was a huge process. Neither my brother nor I had ever vinyl wrapped a car before, and it took a lot longer than expected. It was the blind leading the blind in it, and it just took a lot longer than expected, but we learned a lot of tips and tricks, and I thought I would share with you guys a little bit about this wrap, just so you guys have an idea of what it took to install it, as well as some of the costs and some of the other questions I've seen along the way of the process of making this type of vinyl wrap. So one of the biggest questions we got during this whole process of putting videos out for this vinyl wrap project was, how much does it cost? Now, a car to wrap like this, being a smaller car, was only about $400 to $500 in wrap. However, if you watched all of our videos, you noticed that we had two major issues. We had a vinyl tear. It actually tension snapped up here, which was one of our biggest pieces, and it tension snapped up front on the hood, which was our biggest piece. That cost us an additional $200. So to wrap this whole thing was $700, and then about another $50 in total other materials, which was blades, different things to cut the vinyl wrap with, as well as a few other little products like a heat gun. But overall, for changing the color of a car like this, for the whole process it took, labor is by far your most expensive cost. To wrap a car like this, to have a professional outfit do it, would probably be $3,500 to $4,000 depending on where you chose. But this saved us a ton of money doing it ourselves, but it wasn't without a lot of effort. And we learned a lot while doing the whole process. Now, a few things and tips and tricks we learned along the way is make sure you have plenty of vinyl wrap. That is very important. Extra is always better. When you come up short, you run into issues like you're trying to stretch it too much, and that can actually discolor the vinyl wrap. Another thing is heat is your friend. Now, when we wrapped this, it was winter here in the Midwest, and it was very cold, and we had a heater in the garage with us, but it never probably got up past 50 to 55 degrees. It was very cold. So do not try to wrap a car with vinyl wrap during a cold season. It just did not work with us. We had tons and tons of the pliability just got worked out of it. We had to add a lot of heat through the heat gun. Heat really is your friend, and make sure you use that heat gun a lot. Around the fender areas, we got a lot of bunching. We didn't realize at the time that we were spending way too much time. All you gotta do is heat it up and stretch it. Now, like I said, you don't want to stretch it too much. You can run into different issues, but for the most part, there is some stretching required to get that extra slack out of it, especially around rounded corners. So another question that we had while doing this wrap series was, how hard is it truly? And that's a tough question to really answer. Now, some body panels are way easier than others. Sometimes a side door, this is a very tough door to do because it has a huge recess, but a lot of doors are fairly easy. Our hood was actually easy for the most part until you got to the side fender wells. Once you start getting a lot of slack built up, it gets really hard to pull that out, and you got to take time, and you got to make sure that you don't get any of those creases as you move along, especially if you miss a crease and you've gone really far. car, it's really hard to go back and get that crease once you've actually applied a bunch of the vinyl down. But overall, you've got to assess each and every car. An Audi R8 is one of the tougher cars to actually wrap, but there's some easy ones out there. You got to actually base what your car is, what the different body panels look like, and how many inlays you have to decide whether it's something you want to take on. But my true opinion on it is I think anybody can actually wrap a vehicle. It just takes a lot of time, and YouTube provides a lot of help and insight. There's an individual that has a YouTube channel. His name is CK Wraps, and he does all types of wrapping tutorial, and it helped immensely while we went along with this process. But again, each car is different, and it depends on how much hands-on work as well as time you have. So the final question I get is, why did I choose this color? And we did want to go with a color that kind of stood out. And as my brother and I kind of perused the internet and checked out all the different colors from Vivid, 3M, Avery, all the different wrap companies, we were kind of sticking with 3M. That's kind of the idea of where we wanted to go. And CK Wraps, Christian has talked about some of the glue lines that have issues with 3M, but we really trust, it's a big company, and we kind of trusted their product, and we kept coming back to this color. It just stuck out to us, and the first time we saw it, it looked really, really cool. And again, we were nervous. When we ordered it, we weren't really sure what to make of it, and then as soon as we started applying it and seeing it in sunlight, there's no doubt we picked the right color for this car. So the last thing that we want to do on this car is actually black out the wheels. You can see we have carbon fiber mirrors and we have our carbon fiber side panel. The wheels actually don't look as bad as we thought they would look, but I think once we black them out, they will look even better, and it will bring this whole car together. But we're so happy with how it turned out, and we hope you guys really enjoyed the process. So if you enjoyed today's video and actually enjoyed our process of wrapping this Audi R8, make sure you check out our past videos. We had a lot of fun doing it. Again, just a lot of hard work, but hit that like button, subscribe to us. We really would appreciate your support. We have a lot of fun stuff coming this year, and especially this summer on the Audi R8, possibly as well as another car that we're going to be bringing to the channel. So some really exciting things happening, so make sure you do not miss that. Make sure you also hit that little bell notification so you know when all of our latest videos come out. You all take care. We'll see you next video.